Hey, we're back. Welcome to Faulkner Fixes All, episode 1 million of the Western Flyer frame repair. Okay, so we did pretty good. We're gonna quickly. I had the wheel in, and it all fits perfectly, as you can see. This one's out a little bit more, probably because that got welded back a little, and this one was right here. It's in a little. I'm not gonna mess with that. It works too good. The adjusters are working correctly, and it looks pretty swift. Yeah. So we're gonna take these out real quick, loosen them up. Oh, I found that other one too, obviously. And we won't drop this one on the floor this time. That was embarrassing. Okay, so we got a little paint my wife mixed up, and it's not correct for bicycles, and we don't care. But it's close. She did pretty good. We're just going to dab it on here. Maybe a little bit on that light blue crap. We can't have French blue on a bicycle. Oh my God, not acceptable. Let's get you down here. This isn't quite what my usual fare, but we can't send it out with bare metal. And like I said, this is not a restoration progress. This is not restoration. This is just me kind of touching up where I ground. I ground right here really hard too to get the ground strap on. Yeah, I ground to get the ground. Anyway, this is just me kind of, touching it up a little bit because it's just bare metal now. We can't, I can't send it out with bare metal. I'm not going to repaint the whole bike. That's not my job. I'm not restoring this. My job was to get this to run. And the owner said he was going to probably tear it all down and repaint it. But I don't want it to be all rusty and nasty when he does get around to that. At least have it so he can test it and fairly presentable kind of thing. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, it's noticeable. Yeah. Well, the whole bike was painted with a brush, so this is probably an upgrade, man. This is straight upgrade. And we'll just kind of fade this in a little bit. It's more noticeable with the blue paint underneath it. That actually kind of looks like normal to what was going on. I just dab it. This is not computer science here. This is not counting cars or Jay Leno's garage. This is just whipping it up a little bit so it looks a little more presentable. So somebody could store it for a while without worrying about where I welded. If I don't do this, it'll really rust bad because that's like bare metal, and it'll be bad. We're just gonna dab it on here and kind of feather it in a little bit. Paint, paint, paint. The joy of painting bikes. If you've followed this series so far, you know that I'm not big on paint and body work and stuff. I mean, I can do some of it, but I'm not big on it. I just like stuff to work. And this bike wasn't really a good candidate for an actual restoration because of all the damage. But hey, we'll get it to run again, and it won't look terrible, It's close to running right now. I did check the back wheel, and the back wheel does fit in perfectly. And a little bit of discrepancy on the adjusters, but I think I can go with that. Yeah, this is definitely going to be noticeable, but at least it's not burnt paint and shiny new metal that's going to rust in about 8 seconds. We do live in a state that is highly susceptible to rust. Yeah, you don't see many primered cars running around here in North Carolina. That's a California thing. Cars that you run around here with primer, they're like instant rust bubbles. Okay, yeah, we're figuring it out. Yeah, this is not a restoration. This is just me kind of just going over the bare metal and stuff I created, because if I don't, it'll be completely rusted in about 4 days. It'll just be terrible surface rust. And, you know, yeah, should I sand the whole bike and mask it off and pound out the races and sand everything down to bare metal and find all the rust pockets that are all hidden under there? No. We're going to kind of match it, and we're going to throw it back together, and we're going to call it good. Actually, this whole part here looks better than the whole bike. It's because it's been sanded and kind of primed with that French blue spray paint I had. Okay, I'll just kind of rub in that rusty area there, kind of make it kind of happy. Yeah, so the next video I'll probably get the rear fender on and go from there. Yeah, I'm kind of painting over a little rust. We'll smear it in. At least the part I repaired has a good coating of some paint on it that, you know, the guy that gets this bike back, at least he'll minimal sanding and he can probably just paint it the color he wants. But who knows? He might just like it the way it is, because I'm that good. Okay, let's pop this around here. And let's see here. Oh, I missed this whole side. Look at that. That's embarrassing. Yeah, there's quality around here. Yeah, if I just left this bare metal, it would be, and just about around here, it would be just instant rust. Not that there's not rust already all over the bike, but it would not be a pretty sight. Kind of smear that in down into that stuff. Yeah, I missed that whole underside there. We'll get to it though. All right. Let's turn this baby upside down. There we go. So yeah, I got to get up in there. A couple little shiny spots down below. But first, let's get these. We know that's got to be dealt with. Yeah, the guy was brush painting his bicycle. Yep, I'm brush painting a bicycle. Hey, if Henry Ford could do it, I can do it, right? If it was good enough for Henry Ford. Henry Ford once said, I think he said, I'll paint any car any color as long as it's black. Yeah. Back in the day, they had really good paint, though. I mean, when they had the Model Ts and stuff, the paint had so much lead in it, you know, and the brushes were of such high quality that I could see somebody painting a car with a brush back in those days. That paint was quality. You don't get paint like that nowadays. Bunch of tree huggers. Okay. Did I say that? Okay, so we're getting it. We got a few little dabs here. And then we got to get this spot. Oh yeah, it looks like I ground right here too. You can't, well, you can kind of see it in the light. Yeah, it was grinding right here. It was grinding right here for some reason. Man, I'm almost running out of paint. This is just enough paint. Yeah, wifey nailed it pretty good here. She mixed this up for me. I brought the handlebars in that were painted, and she went from there. Yeah, I'd say she nailed it pretty good. Like a dark sea green with rust. Yeah, I'd say that was decent, you know, I mean, it's there. All right. Yeah, it's really obvious at this. It's not too obvious back here. It's pretty obvious right there. But hopefully the fender will be